Alright, hello YouTubers, my name is DarthData1135, and news episode! So I guess today, we'll be talking about some Force Awakens stuff. You can't see that, yeah. And then also some Pokemon stuff. So, kind of like some new news about Star Wars and Pokemon. So, Pokemon has revealed a lot of stuff in the past couple weeks. Plus, they've released the first trailer for Super Mystery Dungeon, and they've released that they're releasing the original Pokemon games, as in like Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Blue for the 3DS. And it's going to be on like the Virtual Console. That and Star Wars has uploaded so much. They have added, I don't know, they've like gotten like 2 TV spots up. They've added the new trailer, and I haven't done anything about it, and I haven't recorded in a really long time. So I'm sorry, and my camera is very unlevel right now and uncenter, so sorry, I have to fix that. And then, yeah, that's pretty much what we're talking about. So I think first, I'm talking about Star Wars news, and I'm just letting you know, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! Yeah, there's like, I'm probably going to talk about some huge spoilers, because I want to talk about my side of the story, like what I think is happening right now. And also, if you are not looking for anything, you're just trying to like hide away until this movie comes out, you should really leave this video like right now, because yeah. And also, I'm gonna throw my opinion in there on what I think about they've been doing. All right, so the trailer, they were talking about like pretty much what a short basis of the movie is about. How there's like new enemy. There's Luke. They haven't released Luke yet, and I think I know why. Because when they haven't released Luke in any of the trailers or the posters or anything, that's because Luke is such a big character that they want his entrance in the film to be epic. Because you know that when you go and you sit down in the cinema and you're watching the movie, and then Luke pops up on the screen, he's talking or something, everybody's gonna go wild. So I think it's very smart that JJ has been hiding Luke, almost like hiding Luke, because he wants the entrance for him to be grand. And if they do release him in a trailer, then that was my theory. Right down the trailer. But then also they released some stuff where Kylo Ren is saying, "I'm gonna finish what you started." So that means he's trying to finish what Darth Vader started, like destroy all the Jedi. And also, Han, I love it how in A New Hope he was like, I don't believe in this all being Force, and how there's nothing that controls my destiny, I control it myself. And then now in this trailer he's like, the Jedi, the dark side, they're real. Oh! So he's saying that they're real, which is really, really cool. And they released a little clip about Leia, which was really awesome. And if you haven't watched the trailer yet, I really suggest you watch it. Now let's move on to the first TV spot. The first TV spot was, I think that was the new character that is played by, oh god, I don't remember her name. I will put a link for all these videos in the description. I don't know what her name is, but I know she was the main lead in 12 Years a Slave. But she's explaining to Rey, like, she says, like, I've lived long enough to see the same eyes in different people, which I think means they're kind of indicating, spoiler alert, that Rey is Han Solo and Princess Leia's daughter, because she says, I've lived long enough to see the same eyes in different people. I know your eyes. I've seen your eyes. So maybe somehow she's met Han and Leia, and she can see through through Rey's eyes that she is a Solo, which is really cool. I really hope that it is true, because that is a huge thing. Because from what I'm seeing, it seems like Rey is the main character. She's the protagonist. She's the first Star Wars female protagonist, which is freaking awesome. And I think that Finn isn't the protagonist because we've seen much more of Rey. And to be completely honest, I really like Rey more than Finn, because in all the trailers we've seen Finn is kind of cowering. I mean, he takes off the helmet, he's sweating, he's kind of looks sad, he's fleeing away from the Empire, he's scared as heck when Kylo Ren tries to come up to him and swing at him. And yeah, so I really like Rey, and obviously she is the main character. But then also the newest TV spot. We still get most of the same footage, but Kylo Ren says, "I will show them the power of the dark side," which is indicating because from what we know that Kylo Ren isn't a Sith; he's a Knight of Ren. So maybe his journey, maybe he's trying to become a Sith. He's trying to take on the powers of the Sith and everything. Well, obviously he's very strong with the dark side, because from what we've seen in the trailer, he's using some kind of force projecting power where he's projecting images into Poe Dameron's head. Um, and also, we've seen some pictures from Instagram and Twitter and everything of Kylo Ren, or not Kylo Ren, Finn and Poe Dameron standing there, and Finn's kind of sweaty and everything, and then Poe's got some scars and everything, and they're kind of holding each other. So, obviously, from the action figures of what they said, we think that Finn is saving Poe. That's what, because I know this sounds kind of weird, but in the TIE Fighters, it's kind of like the same cockpit as the Millennium Falcon. In the videos they shot, in the movies they shot it very cramped, but it's a very big cockpit. So what I believe is that somehow Poe and Finn escape together, but when Finn crash lands on Jakku, he's not with Poe. So maybe Poe took off and Captain Phasma found out and she's trying to find Finn and Finn takes off. And we already know that Finn is in that, he's in the TIE fighter that's like shooting inside the Star Destroyer and takes off. So yeah, that's pretty much for all the Star Wars news, but let's get to the Pokemon news. Now, I've been kind of getting out of Pokemon, and I don't know why, because Pokemon's such a great game. So, Pokemon news. They have released that they are releasing the original Kanto games, Red, Blue, and Yellow, for the Virtual System on February 26, 2016. This is going to be huge, but I'm just hoping that they're not extremely expensive or anything, because that would be completely horrible. If they're like $30, nobody will download that. I hope they're like $6, because that's what I would pay for Pokemon Red, Yellow, or Silver when I could just download it on my phone or my tablet. But if it's too expensive, I'm not going to buy it. There's no way I'm going to spend $30 to buy a Pokemon game, which is outrageous. Well, a very old Pokemon game that's not even good graphics. Well, it was for their time, but anyways. And then also, so many pictures. I mean, I haven't talked about this in a while. The new Zygarde forms. I mean, what is it, 4 forms? He has like the little baby thing, and then he has like this, the kind of cell, and then he turns into a dog. It's kind of like, it's called 10% Zygarde form, and it's funny, because I heard a YouTuber reference him to guard dog, as in Zygarde, you get it. And then there's normal Zygarde, and then there's perfect form Zygarde. And perfect form Zygarde is stronger than Yveltal and Xerneas combined, which makes sense, because he does have blue on one arm and then red up the other arm, and yeah, and then they've also released Ash Greninja, which looks really, really cool. Ash Greninja looks great. But to get to the brand new news on Pokken Tournament, they have released a new Mewtwo and a new Mega Mewtwo, and I am hoping that this comes to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, like, soon. Like, I want this Mewtwo more than I want Hoopa, because I already have Hoopa, because I'm illegal. No, I got it from this dude. He wanted, like, a shiny superior or something, and he gave it to me, and it was a hat. But anyways, this Mewtwo looks amazing. It's, like, black, and it has, like, this kind of, like, rock stone thing that's golden right here, and its tail's glowing golden, and then it Mega Evolves, and it looks like Mega Mewtwo X had babies with Rayquaza, and I don't know, but it looks amazing, and I'm so excited to get that game. I can't wait to get Pokken Tournament. I think it's just Pokken. I don't know. But, also, what else was some new news? Oh, they're releasing kind of like, it was kind of like they had Pokemon Shuffle, which is kind of a huge success, because, like, I've seen a lot of people have played it, but then also they have I don't know what the game is, but what the game is like you get like this full puzzle and you kind of have to click. It's kind of like Minesweeper. It's like the Minesweeper of Pokemon, and it's free to download, and it comes out like this December, and you have to try and get pictures of each Pokemon by clicking on like little tiny boxes, and it reveals a color, and you try and form the Pokemon. And it's really like Minesweeper, only there's not bombs. I don't think there's a way to lose, but you do have to try and unravel the Pokemon with like, I don't know, I think you get like a certain amount of like wrong clicks, and then you have to restart. And I think this is kind of a good idea because, I mean, all the free to start games that Pokemon have been coming out with, it's just so smart. I mean, I really like Rumble World because I've always liked all the Rumbles, and they released a free one, which was amazing. I I honestly love it so much. I play it all the time and everything. But yeah, that's pretty much news on Pokemon and on Star Wars. I mean, I'm probably going to be doing a video on Star Wars Battlefront. I don't have a PlayStation 4. I am hoping to get one eventually and play that game. But from what I've seen, it looks great. And just to comment on the Battlefront trailer, if you haven't watched it already, the Battlefront trailer is amazing. Especially the Boba Fett part, where he flies over the Scarlac pit, and he kind of is like, he almost falls in. He's like, that won't happen again. And I thought it was great because Boba Fett is one of my favorite characters. And one more comment on Star Wars. That there's the clip where Kylo Ren's standing there, and there's a bunch of bodies around him, and there's lightning flashing, and there was a group of people standing around him. I believe that these are the Knights of Ren, but what caught me was in the far left corner, there is a Mandalorian. Now, I do not know if it is official canon that Boba Fett is dead, but I do know that that was a Mandalorian. I know a Mandalorian jetpack, I know a Mandalorian cape, I know a Mandalorian helmet when I see one. And I am so hoping that that could possibly be the armor of Boba Fett, if not Boba Fett itself. I really would love if Boba Fett died and something happened where a fanboy of Boba Fett, kind of like Kylo Ren, went fishing and murdered the Skylark pit, and then went fishing for Boba Fett's body, and then takes Boba Fett's armor. I mean, that's really gruesome and kind of gross, but I love Boba Fett so much, and if they brought him back and they give him a death that's worth telling, not falling into a pit because Han Solo hits your jetpack, that would be amazing. I would even love for him more to be cut like down by Luke Skywalker. I mean, Jango Fett had a more dignified death than him. But yeah, I guess this is where I'm gonna end this video. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later.